Good afternoon. This is Woody Collins with Congo Helping Hands, and we are here today to talk about another day of talking about the Congo. And before I get started, I want to give a shout out to some of my loyal listeners and people who are always coming to see what's going on in the Congo and listen to me rant and rave sometime. And also, hopefully, I'm providing some good information. So, let's hit some of the old reliable favorites. Lou out of Pennsylvania. We also got Frank from here in Indianapolis, and we got Frank from up in Minnesota, and we got Larry, then we got Emil, and we have my cousin Phyllis, and I want to also reach out to a couple of people who poked me. There was Lorena, and no, she gave me a wave, so hi, Lorena. And then there was Charles who poked me, and Angie that poked me. So I want to give a shout out to those people before I get started, so I don't forget. And Deborah, I did not leave you out because you inspired me to talk about uh, what what's going on today's program. Where do I get my drinking water from? Uh, on yesterday's program, Deborah from down in Florida, old we went to school together at the University of South Florida, and she would ask me, where did I get my drinking water from? And immediately I thought about, it's like one of those things when I was auditing, we always said is, someone had said, you cannot, ask people to eat your dog food when you don't eat it. And when that became really front and center, when I was working with DFAS, the accounting service, and people ask, who do your accounting service? And we said somebody else in another center, and they said, oh, gee, you don't do your own accounting. So anyway, it's like the cook always have to try out their own cooking first to see how it tastes. And me, as a water specialist, I have to try out the water to make sure it doesn't make me sick. But I am also standing behind my products that I use. We teach water quality. We have did water quality testing where we went out and tested the sources that they use to see which one of them was contaminated, in order to be able to say, yes, you should not. There's probably about a 75% chance of some water sources are always contaminated and some of them are a lot better. And you can't look at water because I remember looking at some water and said, oh, I know this water is really bad. And when we actually tested it, it wasn't as bad. So we go out and test the water and see how it is. But we also, I don't, drink water naturally. I always have to have water that's been filtered in some kind of way. I usually carry either around a life straw bottle, that filters water as you drink it, or I bring water from home that that's been filtered through a Life Straw family filter, or I get water out of a Life Straw community filter. So I only use water, filtered water, and those are the filters that we use in the Congo that we have deployed, that we I sell to people, and also those are the ones that I use in my own house. And so when people come in, they see me drinking out of water. It's it's what we use, and I've never tested my water because we kind of like said, okay, if we're going to always filter it, let's not worry about what's in it. We know that we're getting pure 100% safe water to drink. So, Deborah, that is where I get my water from. I use filtered water, and that's ensures me of drinking that I won't get into impurities. I'll actually get sick because a lot of people get sick. Typically, you're people that go to Mexico and drink the water or someplace else, and they call it Montezuma revenge, or whatever the case may be. That is very uh, sensitive. Uh, our stomachs are very sensitive, and we will be polluting our system, and with the slightest bacteria, we could get sick. So, water is something that, you have to prove to the people that you use and that you drink, from a filter, and they, appreciate that you're drinking the same water that they're drinking, but the only difference is you are filtering your water before you drink it. I remember once almost scared myself to death. I was out in there looking at a water well, and it had recently been put in, and the the Congolese person that was there, they said, "Oh, this water is really good. It's clear. It's don't, it looks good, and blah blah blah." And he handed me a cup of water from it. He says, "Look at here." He says, "Oh," he says, "Try it." And not thinking, which sometimes I don't think, I drunk of water, and immediately once I put it in my mouth and swallowed it, I thought, "Oh my goodness, I hope I don't get sick." And I didn't get sick, so I was, that was, but it really scared me because immediately I thought, okay, I'm gonna have to stay at home, recuperate from having an upset stomach and all this other cases of things. And, you just don't know. And I would also add in that because of the water is being polluted, and they just use any type of water to water their greens, or their vegetables and stuff, you have to be very, conscious about not eating, uh, vegetables that has been, uh, you know, that has not been cooked. So I don't only eat vegetables that's been cooked. Occasionally I will have coleslaw that I know that the person who's made it has washed the cabbage very good, in say a bleach and water solution, and soak them and make sure that they've got all the germs off it. So that's the only time I would eat something that you can't peel, like bananas or even peanuts. I try to not to eat boiled peanuts uh that much, but I occasionally eat boiled peanuts over in the Congo, because they are pretty. You can tell from the peanut whether the water's got hot enough to probably kill any bacteria. I mostly eat roasted peanuts, and I stay away from the peanuts that's raw, because they just came out of the ground and they maybe rinse them off to make them look pretty. And those are the times you can catch something that you do not want. Uh, so that, uh, so I thank everybody uh, for sending in their comments and questions and liking our program, and also mentioning it. And tomorrow I'll be doing another shout out to those people. And if you have any questions, please ask me, and I can probably explain that, because a lot of times that things here in the United States that we take for granted is not available in the Congo, any of the other third world countries, and you have to think about them and adjust your habits to those. So, as always, take care of yourself, take care of your family, be safe, wear your mask, Wash your hands frequently and be blessed. And also, I ask you to leave your comments, questions, like this video, and we will see you tomorrow at the same time, at the same station here, on tomorrow. So we'll see you tomorrow, and thank you for showing up today.